Hey guys, what's going on? Wanted to make another video. I know I haven't been on here in a while. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. As always, no fancy bells and whistles, no songs, none of that. Jump straight into the point. Quality might not be the best, but quality might not be the best, but content is the king. Okay, so today's topic, I want to talk to you guys and gals about running a service call from start to finish and everything that it entails. Okay, so let's get right to it. This is probably going to be a two-part series because there's a lot goes on with a service call. Believe it or not, a lot. There's a lot of small things and a lot of things in motion, and this is going to help you book the call. This is going to help you complete the call, and this is going to help you get a good review. Okay, so there's probably going to be a two-part series, maybe three-part, but I digress. Let me get back to it. Okay, so you want to know how to run your first service call or improve on your service call skills. Okay, let's start with receiving the call. Okay, now, and guys, you know I smoke. You know, this is my off time. I just finished a 9-hour day, so bear with me. Thanks for taking the trip with me. Okay, you received the call. Okay, you're on a job. You're a one-man show. You don't have a secretary, none of that. It's just you, your cell phone, and you're running a call. Now you're on somebody's home and you get a call. Here's my thing on that. What I would do is I'd beg for, pardon. Ma'am or sir, I'm sorry. May I step outside? This is an important call that I have to get. Or can I take this? If they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. Maybe, if you read their body language, if they don't seem bothered, take the call there. Tell the customer that you're on a call and that the minute you're done, you're going to give them a call right back. Or step outside, go in your truck, van, car, whatever, write down their information and book the call. So the last thing you want to do is get calls and they go to voicemail and you never call them back, because that's going to give the allure that you're probably out of business, or you no longer exist, or you've changed your information. So if people call you, call them back. Even if they got somebody else, call them back. Be courteous. Like, hey, look, I'm calling. I was on a job. This is ABC 123 Appliance. And, I missed your call. Oh, thank you. We found somebody. Sure, no problem. Best of luck. If things don't work out good for you and that other company, please consider me. That's good. Because if things don't work out, they'll consider you because you was nice. You was, you responded, and people are so impressed with when you call them back and you respond. People really like that. I've learned that over the years, that people really like when you take the time out and you call them back. So make that a habit, okay? So let's go with a different route though. You actually received the call and you wasn't on a job. Now, here's how that works. You have to be courteous. Answer the phone courteous. Hi, thank you for calling ABC Appliance, ABC 123 Appliance. My name is Joe Blow. How can I help you? Hey, my dishwasher's broken. This is where I shine. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. What seems to be the problem? Oh, well, it's not working. Don't ever let customers tell you it's not working and just go off of that. Always dig. Tell them like, sir, ma'am, can you please help me out a little bit? Elaborate on it's not working. What exactly isn't working? Oh, well, it's not draining. Oh, it's not turning on. Oh, the door's not closing. Dig. This is the time that you want to gather as much intel on that appliance so that you have a plan going into the job. It's very important to ask questions, be courteous, and seem sympathetic, like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh man, it's the holidays. I'm sure you probably, really need your dishwasher. Don't you worry. And give reassurance. Like, don't you worry. You got the best, you know, you know, you got the best guy for the job. Don't worry. I'm going to show up. I'm going to help. Like, you want to leave them that when they hang up, they're like, wow, I couldn't have chosen a better company. So you want to give them reassurance. I also want to get back into the subject on letting customers tell you. Sometimes customers tell me like, yeah, how much do you charge to change a bake element in an oven? And I never give prices over the phone. And I never go off of their diagnostics. I'll tell them like, sir or ma'am, you know, I don't quote over the phone. Yeah, but I just want to know how much it is. Like, I already know what's the problem. Out of 20 times, you're going to get burned 20 times if you listen to the customer's diagnostic. If they've had another professional, and even that's, if they had another company go out there and say to them, like, hey, look, you got a bad bake element, maybe I'll consider it. Or they send me a picture and it, you know, it's broke, maybe. But to just go off of what the customer thinks is the problem, never do that. Stick to your guns. It'll go something like this. And I'm not no actor, but I'm going to do my best. It'll go something like this. Bring, bring. Yeah, hi. Thank you for calling ABC Appliance 123. How can I help you? Yeah, how much do you charge to replace a compressor in a refrigerator that's not cooling? Oh, I'm sorry, sir or ma'am. You know, I'd have to see it. We don't give prices over the phone. Yeah, but I know that that's what it is. I seen the video on YouTube. I know that's what my fridge's problem is. You got to be real careful now. This is a very delicate situation, so you got to word your words carefully. Because in their mind, they think they know the problem. But you know that might not be the problem. It could be 101 things why that refrigerator's not cooling. But you don't want to assault them, insult them, and offend them. So this is how I would go. I'm going back into actor mode. Sir or ma'am, you know, based off of my professional experience. Oh shit, the fuck. Oh, I'm under attack. Sorry guys, I'm from the Bronx and I hate bugs, and I live in a bug infested city. Sorry. You guys can't say that this is scripted. This is all off the cuff. And then this guy here, big head. Why didn't you kill the damn bug? Anyway, back into actor mode. Hey sir or ma'am, you know, based off of my professional experience, you know, I've learned that I prefer to do my own diagnostics. While it may be the compressor, it might well not be the compressor. So I'd prefer if I can go out there and do my own diagnostics. And then they're like, well, you know, I saw a video on YouTube and this and that. And then you can explain them like, hey, listen, you know, there's a lot of stuff that could be wrong in that fridge. And, you know, I'd prefer to do it that way. And if they insist, what the hell is this? Oh, my God. What the hell is that? Jesus Christ. Don't you see I'm doing a damn YouTube video? I'm gonna end up on a special site like Comical. I know I'm gonna get made fun of, but I'm gonna keep it rolling. We keep it real here. No faking, no, you know, you watch Appliance Parts Pros, those guys do a bearing job in 30 minutes. In real life, it's like 2 hours. That's what I strive to give you guys, real, uncut, the real uncut me. So anyway, back to being serious here. You know, never give prices, never go off of their diagnostics. Stick to the script. What's the script? Sir, ma'am, we charge X amount to do a service call. It's $70, $60, $50, whatever your service call is. We waive the fee if you do the repair with us. I always waive the fee. Some people don't. You know, some people charge the fee in addition to the labor. I waive the fee. So again, you know, always stick to the script. Be courteous. Be sympathetic. Be reassuring. And, you know, gather as much information from the service call as you can. Listen to this. This has happened. They'll say stuff like, how much is it to replace the compressor? My refrigerator isn't working. Well, what kind of refrigerator? It's a side-by-side. I mean, the freezer's making ice, but the refrigerator's not working. How can it be the compressor? But you can't tell them these things because, you'll insult them. This is somebody that went into Google and typed in refrigerator not working, and somebody wrote something about a compressor, and they're in their mind stuck on it's a compressor. Never want to do that. So, I'm falling apart. Today's video is not going well. And, I haven't done a lot of these, and I wanted to give you guys a good video. Okay. So to recap on receiving the call, you want to call back. Number one, call back if you don't answer the call. But if you answer the call, we want to be courteous, sympathetic, gather information, and do not discuss prices over the phone. The only price you discuss over the phone is your service call. Okay? That's it. Don't let customers trip you into the diagnostic. I've even had, I want to go on a side note. I've even had customers, I enter into their home and it's like, here, let me show you the problem. The problem is not cooling. The problem is this little fan here. Take a step back, because the customer will take you on a wild goose chase. Who's the professional here? It's you, hopefully, because you read, you know schematics, you know theory, you know component testing, and you're an awesome appliance repair technician. But with that said, who's the professional here? It's you. Never let the customer dictate your diagnostic. You're in control, you're in charge. Stick to the script, okay? So you want to discuss your policy, okay? So for now, that's the first step. We receive the call, okay? Step 2, we want to schedule the call, okay? They agreed to our $60, $70, $80, $90, $100 diagnostic trip. Now, phase 2. We're scheduling the call. Okay. Number 1, bullet point. Be honest with yourself, okay? If you got a really busy day, you got about, you're at your capacity, and you're not 100% sure that you could do this job, but you're scared that the customer's gonna leave or find another company, and you say to them, no, I'll be there, 3 to 5, 1 to 2, I'll be there, and you probably can't make it, don't do it. Be honest. Tell them, like, look, I can't come tomorrow. Even if it's a refrigerator not cooling or washer leaking, whatever, be honest. Because it's worse to book the call, not show up, and get a bad review than to lose which will hurt you in the long run, because you'll get a reputation of a no call, no show company, as opposed to, ma'am, I can't come tomorrow, but I'll make you the first call the day after. People will always prefer the truth rather than a lie. So if you can't make it, do not do the schedule. Don't schedule the call for that time. Okay? Second bullet point. 3-hour time frame. Okay, some people give 4-hour time frames, like I'll do a 1 to 4. Some people give a 3. I give a 3-hour window. I'll say something, no, some people say 1 to 5. That's a 4-hour. I say 1 to 4, 3-hour. I always do my calls in 3 hours. 9 to 12, 12 to 3, 3 to 6, And then, I squeeze other little things in there, So give a realistic time frame that, you can do. Now, before you get to the call, to the home, say you booked the 12 to 3, and it's about 2 o'clock, you're done with your last job, and now you're on to their job. Call 30 minutes prior to arrival, just to confirm that they're home, and you don't waste your gas and your time to go there for no reason. Because a lot of times people will book a call and say, hey, listen, can you come today or tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be there 3 to 6. Okay, no problem. And then, you hang up, you get all the information, you was courteous, you spoke your policy, everything I emphasized on the first part of receiving the call. But, now you're at the second phase where you're scheduling the call, and, you wrote it down, and you're ready to go to the call. To find out that you get there and they're like, oh, we're sorry, we called another company. That's happened to me. So what I do is I always call 30 minutes prior to my arrival, to make sure that, they're home and they still need your services. So you want to call 30 minutes prior to arrival. And let me see. That's in the scheduled call. Okay, so the first part is receiving the call. Second part is scheduling the call. And now I want to talk about researching the call. Okay, so remember in step 1, right, when we received the call and we gathered all of that information, you want to go into a call like it's a problem, right? Obviously, no pun intended, but like, okay, so here's the model number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, always collect the model number too. I should have put that in receiving the call. Always collect the model number, okay? Always collect the model number. Why do I say that? Because you could research the schematic, you could research the wiring diagram, the disassembly, and you can go into that call with material to help you, okay, from when you get there. For example, let's say I have a side-by-side French door, Samsung, that I'm working on, right? And it's not cooling. I don't want to get there and start trying to figure things out. I'd like to go there and have a plan. Like, okay, it's not cooling in the fresh food side. Then things I would look at is like, okay, my thermistors, I want the schematic so I can check my thermistors. Is that fan AC or DC? How's it run? I just want to have a lot of information going into this call, and I'll compile like a game plan in my head. Like, okay, not cooling, but my freezer's good, so I'm gonna check the evap, I'm gonna check the damper, gonna check the gaskets. Formulate a plan. So that's why it's important to get the model number, and it's also important to get the as much information as you can. So okay, so once you have the schematic, right, but you've never worked on this unit, what I suggest is this: go into like Repair Clinic or Appliance Parts Pros, and even if you can't find that model number, look at various Samsung French door disassemblies online, and you can get a feel for how to take them apart, how to open them up. Because I'm going to tell you something. Customers have an intuition. If you go to that house and you don't look like you know what you're doing, or like you're fumbling and you're trying to figure it out, and you're running to your truck and you're calling this guy and that guy, and you don't want to do that then and there. That is not the time to be doing that. You want to go there and start taking things apart professionally, putting the unit in diagnostic mode. And customers just have an intuition. Like, they know if you know what you're doing. Like, when I first started, customers would like look at me and gauge me and like try to figure me out, and does this kid know what he's doing? But after a while, I get there, I show up, knock on the door. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Can I see the unit? Oh, it's over here. You need me to move anything? Sure, make the space comfortable to work. And then it's like, okay, and what seems to be the problem? Oh, it's not cooling. Okay. How long has this been going on? Oh, 2 weeks. Okay. So, you're painting a picture. Plus, when you showed up, you already got the tech sheet. You already got the schematics. You already saw a few videos on disassembly. So you formulated a plan in your head. So when you show up and they're telling you all this, you already have your game plan, and you're like, okay, first thing I'm going to do, diagnostic mode. I'm going to put the fridge into force freeze or frost defrost or pull error codes, whatever your strategy is. Although the correct strategy is to pull the error codes. That's really the strategy, because they'll tell you like, open thermistor, failed fan, or whatever the unit's experiencing, it'll tell you that. So in reality, that should be your first step, is to put the unit in diagnostic mode and retrieve the error codes. But let's say that like you got there and it's all frozen up in the back, and you know you have a defrost problem. Maybe you want to put the fridge in forced defrost mode, and go to the board and check that the board's sending 120 volts AC to the heater element. Like, when the customer sees you engaged, not fumbling and scratching your head and opening up and looking on your phone, when they see you going in there and not an aggressive way like beating the fridge up, but like a man on a mission, or woman, determine, like, okay, it's not cool. Okay, let me boop, 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 troubleshooting mode. FD. What the hell is FD? You pull out your tablet or your schematics. FD is, whatever this means. Unit failed to evaporator fan failed to turn on after 3 consecutive tries. So it pulled, whatever the code means. And now you're honing in. You're getting close to the problem. That customer could pick that up. That customer will see, like, this guy knows what he's doing. Let me leave him alone, and they'll leave you alone. Now, if you get there and you're not sure and this and that, I wouldn't want you to work on my $2,000, $3,000 unit if you don't know what you're doing. But if I know when a guy knows what he's doing, so they know when a guy knows what he's doing. So you want to show up with a plan, okay? And you want to show up confident, and you want to show up, with your schematics, your tools, your uniform in good working order. Okay. Now, what's the next thing now? Okay, so we did receiving the call. We did scheduling the call. And now we're at the call. Okay? So you find the problem. It's whatever. Bimetal went bad. Now is the looking up the part, do you have this part in your truck? Do you need to get this part? Does your local supplier have it? If they don't, how fast can you get it online? So what I do is, like, if my local supply house doesn't have it and I don't have it with me, I'll give the customer options. Like, ma'am, look, I can get it tomorrow or the day after, but there's an expedited fee. I don't charge them. I don't mark up a shipping fee or nothing. If UPS wants to charge them $40, they're gonna get charged $40. I don't try to rape the customer. I'm honest with it. Like, hey, listen, the parts. Now I'll mark up the part. Let's say I have an account. The parts, I don't know, $25 for me. 2, 3, like 10, 15% markup, whatever, plus your labor. You want to have these discussions at that time, and give the customer options. Like, listen, this is what the total would be, but the ETA would be on this date. But if you want to expedite it, it'll be an additional 30, 40, $50, whatever, like that, whatever the local carrier charges to expedite the shipping. You want to charge, you want to tack that on to the final bill. And then if they say, no, I'll wait the 3 or 4, then don't charge them that and just do a standard shipping. So, you want to discuss price, you want to tell them the problem that they had. You want to tell them in layman's terms, like, hey, look, you had a bad thermostat inside of the freezer, which led to a defrost problem, which led to the unit not cooling. Well, what's a defrost problem? Well, you see all that snow here in the back that I melted off, and that's restricting the airflow, and the fan can't dump air into the fresh food side. Slow, easy description. You don't want to get all fancy with it, like, the bimetal blew up and I don't know, whatever. Break it down to them in very simple terms, and if they want to build on it or expand, well, give them a little bit more solid, explanation of what went wrong. Okay, so we went to the home. We got the call. We discussed that. We scheduled the call. We discussed that. We researched the call. We discussed that. We showed up to the call. We discussed that. Now, pricing. Pricing is an important one. You want to be firm on your prices. We're not here to haggle. Look, I charge X amount. That's it. Take it or leave it. Not so tough though, I'm saying that to you, but I don't say that to a customer. I'm a lot more humble. It would be something along the lines of, ma'am, we have a policy in place, and this is what we charge. Oh, but can you do any better? I'm sorry, ma'am, this is a policy, and this is what we charge. Now, have I made have I bent the rules? Of course. You get to a house, it's in a lower income neighborhood, you could really genuinely see the family struggling. Yeah, I'll help them out, Besides, I'd rather get something than walk away with nothing. So yeah, you know, every now and then I make exceptions to bending the rules. But for now, you know, you want to be firm on your prices. This is what it's going to cost, and this is how much it is. You know, so now they agree. They say, yeah, we'll do it. Okay, now you have to get that part. You know, that's a priority. I have a rule in place where if the part's over X amount, I need the part up front. No diagnostic fee, no labor, but I need the part up front. And I'll even have it shipped to the member. You know, provide them a tracking number. And when I return, you'll pay me the labor and whatever else you owe me. So, you know, you want to order their part, you know, promptly. You know, don't just take the money and go run off and have them waiting 2-3 months before you go back. So you want to, you know, get the money, order the part, get it sent to them. The quicker you get it sent to them, the quicker you could get paid. So, you know, as far as like pricing, you know, you don't want to haggle. You want to be, you know, very transparent, you know, no hidden fees or nothing crazy like that. Be very upfront. But be firm, you know, look, this is what I charge and this is what it is. Not like that, but you get the drift. Okay, so they agreed, you ordered the part. Now it's time to go back and put it in. I'm going to leave the video here, okay? And I'm going to do a part 2 to this. I got about 3 minutes before my video ends recording. So, I want to make an announcement that starting next Monday, we're in the month of March, second week, when this video was recorded. I'm going to do an experiment for like the next 2 or 3 Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to go live on YouTube. If you have any questions, join me and we can go live and I can answer questions while we're live, okay? So starting Monday, I'm going to start a live video feed. I'll still do videos like this where bugs attack me and my dog and I'm smoking a cigarette, but I'm giving good content. But I'm going to also give a live one. So if you guys have questions that I'm not addressing or anything, we could go live, okay? So remember, Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going live. Another thing I wanted to address was thank you for all of the feedback. I know a lot of you guys wrote me stuff. I swear to God I intend on getting back to all of you. But thank you and keep them coming. Let's share these videos, guys. You know, let's share these. Share these with your friends. Share these with your worker. If you're passionate about appliance repair and you want to see this channel grow and you want me to put out more content, give me the incentive to do it. Share, like, subscribe, comment, you know, and guys, answer each other's comments. If you got a guy that he's just starting and you've been running calls for a couple of years, answer the question for me, you know. And I'll give my opinion, you know, when I get around to seeing it. But let's make this channel interactive, where it's a group of techs who are helping techs, you know. We're not in competition. We're just techs who want to pick up new different ways of doing business more effectively, more cost effective. And, you know, let's just become a community. That's what I want this channel to be. So, yeah, you know, like my stuff, comment. Even if you don't like it, hit thumbs down, whatever. But be interactive with it. And for now, guys, my video is pretty much about to end. But I'm going to continue the part 2 of this. We're going to get into writing the receipt, the invoice, calling back for, you know, in about a week to get like an update, asking for a review. So stick around for part 2. Part 2 is going to be good. I'm probably going to do it inside because I don't want to get attacked by the bug. And again, guys, I'm very flattered and humbled that you took 30 minutes of your life to watch my video. Again, I'm not the fanciest guy. I'm not the most etiquette, you know, nice video quality. But, guys, what I'm giving you is real industry information. So for now, guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being with me. And I'm truly grateful, and thank you for hearing me out. You guys have a wonderful time. Remember, next Monday, I'm going live, 9 p.m. You guys take care. All right, bye.